Nalilahisa wethu. Ya, yabona vele, man sobenzela amasipho abheka. Are mfana ukuthi kuyadlala me out. Yeah, isharp ne? Is it sharp so? Or maybe so? So. Okay, sharp sir. Okay.
Emira's ready.
Sharp.
I'm Doc. Of course, it's another exciting one. Kaizer Chiefs, Cullen Black Label. This partnership has been there for the longest of time.
Yeah.
Talk to us about this one.
Well, firstly, let me congratulate Carling Cup and Kaizer Chiefs for partnering, and also this is a very significant partnering because I must give credit to Kaizer Chiefs family, especially the marketing department, for bringing Carling Black Label on board. I mean, if you are acknowledging your supporters, clearly that means there's something correct or right that they are doing. And this is all about bringing back the supporters to the stadium and for them to understand that Kaizer Chiefs really treasure and they value their support. And to Carling, they've been there for years, like you alluded. And I must say that they're coming up with a very, very big, huge chunk of a responsibility to make sure that those supporters understand they actually feel and appreciate the value they add to the game. And this is something unbelievable. I must give them credit because I don't know whether I had it correctly or properly because they spoke about a fan taking a fan to the World Cup. That is something unbelievable. So I need to say, well done, guys. We really appreciate it.
Kaizer Chiefs have found a balance between being a brand and being a football club. Because sometimes the brand grows because of the football, but if you neglect the football, then what do you say about the brand? Do you think that they found the balance?
I think they did. It's been years. Remember, Kaizer Chiefs is one of the teams that years back they had probably like 21 sponsors, and for them to have brought in Carling, it's actually the two brands. I'm trying to figure out how should I rephrase this. It's two brands that are iconic that are coming together, and it's a 50-50 situation whereby Kaizer Chiefs is going to benefit out of Carling. Carling is going to benefit out of Chiefs, and these two brands they're hoping 100% they're going to achieve their goals. So this is how I foresee it. Yeah.
The glory days, we often speak about it, and I think sometimes the standard you guys have set are so high that it becomes very difficult to try and emulate that.
Yeah.
How does this current generation pave their own way and start making a name for themselves? Because you guys did it, you are here today because of what you did.
Yes.
How do they emulate that and copy that?
I think they don't have to actually. Yes, you can refer to history, but you need to write your own history. Because now, if you want to copy what the other person has done, you're losing focus in the plot because there are so many things that you don't possess and vice versa. But the least that they could do is just to be focused and remember that this is a short career type of a career. You know, they need to know that when we play for this giant, there's so much demand. There's everything that any person that that doesn't support Kaizer Chiefs is watching, is looking at you. So you need to sacrifice certain things because to become a champion it comes with pain. There are certain things that they need to fall out of your life and pave and focus on your career. Then you'll thank me after your post game or your post career. But I know it's not easy. It's easy to say it, but the receiver or the recipient of the message depends if he really respects and understands what I'm saying. But one thing I can tell you, it's not easy to be a champion. You need to strive and work hard for you to be a champion. Because I was told when I was young, and I thought I was a world beater, and I thought because Kaizer Chiefs supporters, they love me, they like me. I'm the man. But I was reprimanded by the chairman, by the senior players to say, hey, boy, you only started, you haven't reached up there. You're not yet an elite player. This and that, you need to focus on. And I received the message. I received it. And I went back home. I sat in my room, I looked myself in the mirror, and I said, okay, thank you, God. I will execute. Hence, I'm still standing today.
In the very same line, Doctor, what do you make of the current Kaizer Chiefs season holistically?
Yeah.
In the league, within the cup competitions, and also continentally?
I think they've surpassed their expectations themselves. They are the ones that actually put the club to that level. They are right in the bracket of the top 8. They are topping the CAF Confederations table, number 1. And I must say that it's a proper achievement for them. You know, we always focus on negativity and we forget the positive that they've done. And for one to be successful, you need to focus more on positive than negative. I would like to say they can do better than what they've done so far. And they are capable of doing that collectively. And besides being the legend of the club, I need to credit the boys and the coaching staff, but above all, the supporters. Because remember, the supporters, they've suffered for years, but they've always been there. They were the ones that propelled the performance for these boys. So collectively, it's better to stay collectively and unite. Then after the season, then we'll be like looking where we faltered and whatever. But at the moment, they're doing very well.
Last one from my side. We saw some unfortunate scenes in the last game against Stellenbosch where Brandon Petersen got into an altercation with a fan. They're throwing him with what we think is water or whatever.
Yeah.
What do you say to the fans? Because it's a mutual relationship.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Yeah.
When they lose, then that is the reaction.
Yeah.
How do we deal
Hence,
with that situation?
hence, that's the reason why I said Amakosi supporters, they don't lose who they are. They must lose that. They've been loyal, they've been supportive to these boys. Hence the slogan, Abafana Buktula Nopol, Amakosi. And for those fans that have done that to a player, no player goes on the field and wants to lose again. We are who we are because of you. But if you are going to treat us like that by booing, throwing cans, insulting, you're derailing the progress of doing better. Because they are the ones that have to go on the very same field, the one that you are booing them on. How then do you expect them to carry your wish and and give you the positive one out there? So it is a mutual thing. We really appreciate the support, and they've been in the dark for years. And now it's time to work collectively for us to rectify what the players have done. Failure is not the end of the world. Failure propels you to do better. And now, if you are the one that installed that kind of a situation, clearly we don't have presentation next game because the very same player we don't want to see it. We bring another one, it's the same story. There's no progression. So, what is progression? Is to become. Remember who you are. You made this team to be what it is today. You cannot afford for that sweat, for those who are no longer or living here in this world, who have done so much for this brand to be where it is, and then we destroy it like just like that. We need to follow because the betting was given to us. Now we need to take it further.
And then, Doc, as a legend, how then do you motivate, encourage, and stand by a player like Ludu Shabalala, who's also been receiving criticism from exactly what you're saying, the same fans?
Unfortunately, as a player, you need to understand certain things that when you are a player, there are certain people that will criticize you. And based on my experience and where I'm seated, criticism propels better performance. You don't want to prove a point, but it tells you that there's something missing, that you gave it to them and now you don't give it to them. So go back to the drawing board, look for what made you look good, and remove it and focus. Go out there and play your game. Don't worry about any other thing. Criticism, take it on your shin. It's out there. It's a game of opinion. supporters can say whatever and other people, but you as an individual, you as a player, you don't have to fall into the trap and lose your focus.
Lastly, Doc, the boys are headed to North Africa for the big one against Zamalek. A victory or a draw takes them to the knockout.
Yeah,
phase
yeah,
of the
definitely.
conference.
Yeah.
Your message to them as they prepare for the trip?
The message to the boys, I just want to say, you've done this. You made it happen. And then you cannot falter at the last hurdle to lose this. Because whatever you've done before this game that made you to be where you are, it's null and void. I just hope and wish that you know the strength that you possess, because you wouldn't have reached the stage that you'll find yourself in. So you make it happen yourself, because believe it or not, that's your ticket to a greater part.